Welcome back to Blackacre Ranch. We are at it again today, and today, of course, is fencing. Why not? We are making a pen for the calves with its own separate feed spot, a secondary feed spot, and 2 other pastures. So we're getting this all wrapped together. It's kind of a little artwork here and a little bit of craziness. But anyway, stick with us. I'll show you the kind of the layout and kind of how we're doing this and incorporating into the old basketball court. All right? All right, guys, so we are here on the old basketball court. In fact, let me kind of show you here. This is the old basketball court. This is the north side of it. This is where we've taken all of this asphalt out. And we have actually put all the asphalt all the way over here. So this is our junk asphalt, okay? So this is the stuff that we are not gonna be keeping. Well, we are, but we just don't know how we're keeping it. We're probably gonna use it as fill, something like that, I don't know. But what we're gonna do is we're not removing all the other asphalt. If you remember when we had all that mini excavator, we were pulling up all this asphalt. We decided, hey, let's stop. What we're doing is we're putting feed spots here. Now, when you have animals and you're gonna keep them for a long time, if you have a concentrated spot where you just feed all your animals, it builds up with manure, it builds up over time. It can get kind of icky, gross when it rains and they're still walking in it. You know, it can just really build up, and so you have to clear that out a lot of times. Well, one of our ideas was to use the asphalt, instead of laying a bunch of concrete slabs everywhere, is to use this asphalt. And so we stopped taking it out, and we're actually gonna use it for our feed spots. We're gonna put some hay feeders in here and let the animals use it. So right now what we've got going on is a calf feed spot. Now when we wean calves, it's typically going to be November, December time frame. Separate them from their mom, send them through the chute. We need a place to put them long term to feed them over the winter / grow them out or sell them. Depends on when that happens. We don't have a lot of grasses that grow in the winter, so we're trying to figure out how we do that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of keep them in a smaller area. So back here, this is a corner, and we're gonna have a gate, and then that's an H-brace to go up to the pivot. You'll see the post right up there, okay? Everything over here is gonna be the pen, except this little spot here, all right? This asphalt, we're gonna put some feed spots. There's a post, and that's gonna define a feed spot right here. All right, this is a better view looking back. And I know my tractor's in the way, but if we have This fence right here, or gate, will be here, and a gate will be here, and that'll be an anchor post, a center post, a latch post, whatever you want to call it. And that post is going to have a line come out from it, and it's going to go out to that other post way yonder, which is then going to go all the way out to, if you can see it, my screen's got a crack in it, but anyway, out there by the pine tree, and that spot all the way out around the corner down. This is all going to be one pasture. It's going to be about 1.5 acres. They will enter in through this gate right here, can feed. They can rotate through a gate over to this side, which would be about 2.5 acres, and they will enter through this gate and can feed in this spot. So what we're really trying to do is we're trying to get a joint feed spot so I don't have to have so many feeders, so many hay rings, so many of everything. I'm consolidating it. And if I can consolidate it and put it on a surface like this asphalt, the idea is that I can get the box blade, I can get the box blade and I can scrape this, clean it off, get the shovel or the little bucket loader and get this cleared out as opposed to just being mud. Now here's the calf feed spot. So this one comes from over here. That's defined right here, okay? That's where the two pastures are going to feed through those 2 gates. The babies will be through this grass, those trees, all the way down until you see next to the truck over there is posts, and they will come down to over here, and they will come along this line of grass right here until it hits that post. So we have a dedicated feed spot for this 3/4 acres, which is over here. We have a 1.5 and a 2.5 acre over there, and they can share this feed spot. So what can happen is we're going to put a gate between the feed spots, so as the animals get bigger, maybe there's more of them, whatever happens, we could technically open up both feed spots to any one of the far pastures and so forth. Hopefully this gives you an idea. The whole point is we're putting it on the asphalt because the asphalt hopefully is a hard enough spot to stop all of that sinking through mud-like stuff, and it's easy to clean. When we got here today, we started out with a bunch of asphalt. We had to clear all that debris out, push it away, and the prior day we started putting all these posts, and we've been doing a lot of post work, a lot of setting, running the string lines, making sure that we're lining up, and then we've got all the brace wire, all the H braces, and then we're going to run barbed wire. We're going to use barbed wire in this calf pen, pen A, because we thought about using woven wire. When you start to separate calves from their mothers, they get kind of antsy. They'll blow through barbed wire. They'll get kind of upset, okay? I didn't want to spend a bunch more money trying to do all this woven wire. After you let calves soak for about 3 days, 4 days, a week, they just kind of lose a lot of that fight to try and get everything back to their mom, okay? So they're not going to be blowing through stuff. In the pens right now, the calves aren't doing anything. They're not pushing, the mothers aren't coming over, griping at them, nothing. So when we do this in the future, my wife suggested, why don't we separate them from their moms first, let them go through that soak time while they're in the handling pens and the gathering pens. Then after a week, we run them through the chute and drop them off in this pen. So this is the top side of the pen. Here's the trees, you'll notice the tractor back there, and then it just kind of goes out way yonder. So that's the idea there. Now, when you have the calves and you're gonna have them long term, you're gonna have to rotate them, and that's why we have pastures B and C, okay? This is a top view of B. B starts there, it starts slowly working outward all along here. You see the far post that's out there? That post is the corner as it comes back to get the post right over here somewhere. I can't see because it's bright out. So this area, the sunken area all in here, this is pasture B. Like I said, it's 1.5 acres. Way yonder, out there, up to that cedar tree, which is way through everything, will be the 2.5 acres pasture C. There'll be a gate between these here, and then that one will have a gate across the road to a far pasture over here, which will be for our bulls, which will connect to our 2.5 acre bull pen. The reason I'm doing that skinny one, it's over by the lake, it's really elongated, but you can see it's right next to the 2.5 acres. We want to separate the bulls from the cows, as you know, through most of the year. We're trying to consolidate and put together our birthing time frame in the year. So we're gonna let the bulls to the cows, and then we're gonna take the bulls off the cows. And we need to be able to put them back in the 2.5 acres. Well, all my handling equipment is on the other side of this property here, so the only way I can get them to come through there is to use one of these pens, cross the road, get into one of their bulls' pens, pen 2 if you want, and then be able to cycle them back over to that 2.5 acres. You can see it on the map here, kind of how the layout would go. So that allows us to have every pasture, every pen linked to the handling facility, and we can get them and sort them and move them pretty easily however we want. It also provides us 3 extra pens for calves, and or if we buy a new crop of animals, or if we need to segregate off some animals because they might be sick, need to be wormed, need extra nutrients, we have that capability. Right now I don't. There's some that just look a little bit worse for wear, but I don't have a way to make sure they get their stuff. This will allow us to do that as we have all of these other pens set up. We can kind of work with and treat specifically the ones that we need to. So that's why we're rushing on this. So a lot of fencing. We're gonna try and not show you all the details, but that's what's going on. We'll try and keep you posted as we're doing this. One of the pests that we have here on the ranch are these little flowers, and they get into all these stocky things. And they grow up to be this kind of stuff, really nasty, and they just die off and they reseed. And they're all over the place. So Bug and Charlotte have been picking them out of this field to try and kill next year's crop, sticking them in the little flower container. Isn't that right, little Bug?
Yes.
Have you smelled these flowers?
They smell terrible.
Oh, they smell icky. Okay. Anyway, trying to clear out these while we're at it to improve the pasture and then put them all over there. Alright guys, I don't think we have any other video or much video that I took since I last spoke. There are at least 30 vertical posts set. We've placed out the H's for the cross braces between them, but it's kind of taken shape. It's looking good. These are the posts that we pulled out of this 3/4 acre pasture where we built the handling pens for the buffalo, where the babies are. We pulled out 45 posts-ish. So we're just reusing those posts over here, so we haven't had to buy anything, and that's been great. We're reusing some of the barbed wire, which is great. We didn't have to reuse some stuff. It's looking really good. Now this whole coming week is just gonna be running barbed wire, H-braces, brace wires, pulling, yanking, whatever, cursing a storm, bleeding. So we'll give you kind of an update at that. I don't know if you guys really want to see all that. You might want to see the whole job done, but hey, it's going good. We drilled through the asphalt in a couple spots, and that front danuser, man, that thing did a good job. I would never have wanted to do that by hand.
Hi, Darcy. Hi. Give you kisses too.
Where, Darcy?
Here comes this.
Oh, Lizzie comes.
Darcy comes.
Oh, good puppy. Oh, hi, big boy.
She's sad.
Oh, hi, Darcy. Hi, Missy, good girl. Good girl. Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Good girl.
Good boy.
Oh.
You shake? Shake? Oh, good boy.
Good
Good boy.
Yeah, she's not used to it. She'll flop down if you do.
Look, yeah.
Look, you're fluffy.
All right, guys, that's it. Keep with us, like and subscribe. We will talk to you next time. Bye.